How's it going, guys?
Piece of meat. Thank you.
Computer games. Handheld gaming devices. Game Boy.
So the inhabitants of Core 1, John, they've been taken over by the Dry Risers, and they want our beans. The Dry Risers want our beans.
Send them back to Core 2.
Awake, arise. You've driven all you can drive. Now it's time to reinvigorate Dublin with a new energy. It's an early start to the day, going on a bean quest on Monday morning. Are you caffeinated? That's the question.
Fully caffeinated.
Very good. Are you caffeinated?
Nice to meet you.
Are you caffeinated?
I'm just about to.
Hopefully we're gonna get a good cup, gonna check out their beans. You're telling me you've got an espresso unit? And you're using tap? If you can afford to go private, go private. Will you shape the future? Or will you be shaped by the future? What are your thoughts on the AeroPress? There is potential there. Beltane! Dynamic interior space. Do you hear me, Beltane? The working week has arrived. 5 days of sheer graft. Take the bull by the horns and you ride that bastard out of town. What's your take on it? We need to control the narrative. I am livid. Staff are beginning to get out of hand. It's all about the Chinese market at the moment. What's your take on it? We need to go streamlined on this.
I'm trying to do my bit for the environment. I got a to-go cup, but they stopped taking them at the fucking restaurant.
How's it going, buddy?
How are you keeping?
Bezos. Bezos.
Bezos. I think he is.
Is he there?
He is.
Bezos.
He's listening to News Talk.
It's not gonna get any easier.
We're packing the poachers. 4-man blast unit from Craftsmanship. Where are you gonna be come Friday? Make sure you can. We're only just getting started. Kokkinakis. What do you mean there are no carrots? And the seeds of today will be sown tomorrow.
Very interesting.
I know.
I mean no harm.
I know.
You have 24 hours to leave the country. I suggest you get moving and pack some bags now. Spare clothes, socks, jogs.
There's gonna be no carrots left come phase 3.
Why did you do this? What made you want to do this?
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit. How's it going? Ninja Toes, thank you very much for the tip there. Kinky John, Wanty, Auxiliary Phoenix, Colin McRae Raleigh, Conzo Fan 86, and Tupo, to name but a few. Kind-hearted tipsters there. And I boot up GT7 to a sweet little update screen that says the Renault Kangoo, or Kango, whatever way you want to skin that apple, is fully legitimately available to us. Shull, thank you very much for the tip.
John, an absolute madman's after launching a Zurich bomb at you. You'd want to address it.
Jesus Christ, John. Conrad's after launching a Zurich time bomb, pension time bomb.
You've driven all you can drive.
And none other than Zandington as well. Thank you very, very much. Unbelievable stuff there from the lads. Zandington. Very kind of you, but Conrad. Unbelievable. Thank you very much. I went to the Middle East, met with Sheikh, and I have to return your initial investment. He said he was personally insulted by the notion of premium sand. For the modern Sheikh, of course. I was in prison for 3 weeks, says Conrad. Well, thanks very much, and it's great that you're out, and it's great that you're able to tune into the stream and give us a lovely tip like that as well. Zandington, thank you very much indeed. And Black Tom, that was a glorious Conzo compilation. Thanks very much. That's just something that was just hustled and harried that together, you know, over the course of the afternoon, or maybe a few afternoons. We'll see about that anyway. But I mean, look, whatever it is, you know, it's just wanted to say thank you to people who did tune in during those bleak midwinter mornings. Let's just put it that way. But I thought that some level of high caffeinated positivity injection was necessary, especially in the dark back arse of February. And, you know, maybe December. December was nice. December was choice. When it's dry and it's mild in December, you can't really ask for much more than that. And Ryan McDyer, thank you very much there. Matty C, very kind of you. And Omar. Conzo, I'm just back from Pints, celebrating the old 30th. Could you please say the following in your inimitable voice?
Driven all you can drive.
Thank you very much there. Observe the bean. In your inimitable voice, thank you. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it does buy you a box at the Phoenix Park racecourse. And there's not much difference. Didn't realize it was a racecourse at a box at the Phoenix Park racecourse. Is there a race? Look, I don't want to be getting involved in any of that sort of stuff. What I do know and I don't know can potentially be too revealing into the limits of my knowledge. So what we will say is thanks for the tip. And hopefully that did it for you. Pace Jam, thank you very much for the tip. Great to see you back. Looking forward to some tight lappage. Thoughts on Hamilton in the Ferrari? Look, he's just getting started. He's only getting started, and it's going to develop and go better and beyond better. But it's all about the McLaren at the moment, I think, you know. Owen Morg, thank you very much. I hope you're doing well, buddy. And Jackie Beanzo, thank you very much. And Bond Arbitage. Observe the Bean, thank you very much. And Omar, thank you very much as well. Let's get involved here and see what we can do. There's rumors abounding there. People are getting in touch, even though I've been off-piste for about a month or two. People were telling the other lads, or I think Tommy Schlug, that there was a livery you could get for the Kangoo that turns it into a post van. I'm not sure how you go about getting that. This is just the trailer. The update trailer. Thanks very much, Ryan McDyer. New race settings now supported. I don't think I'm going to need any extra race settings. I believe that in racing terms, in racing spec, I've raced with the best. I've raced the hardest. You know, some would say I am the ultimate racist. And in a way, when they see the trophy cabinet and they see the gold, they're dazzled by that gleaming, sparkling array of gold, crystal, platinum, whatnot. They truly are enthralled and in awe of what I have achieved. It's a great thing to have a trophy cabinet in life. You know, people say that's another thing to have for the trophy cabinet, the figure of speech. I think no home or house is complete without a display of your achievements to show everybody who you invite into your home what they're dealing with. They must not forget. Any comers to your home must not forget who they're dealing with. That's one of my mottos. And the way you do that, you emblazon your hallway, your walkways, your hall walls, your mantelpieces. That's mantelpieces plural. With only the finest, decorative, enthusiastic specimens of the results that you've gained in life. And once you've done that, you know you can sit back in your lounge chair, tumbler of brandy, finest Cuban cigar, and you can puff rings into the sky, knowing that whoever is in your house at that time, at that moment, sees a man who has not only enjoyed an exacerbated life to the maximum, but he's ready to do even more than that and go one further. Again and again and again and again. Brennan Flanagan, thank you very much there. And none other than Kaylee. A few gold trophs separates the men from the boys. A trophy room. Some would go for the trophy room, but I like to spread the trophage throughout the entirety of the house. All 3 floors, and even the basement, which isn't really used that much. It's the cellar. We keep coal and whatnot down there. I have some wine, an old sofa, and there's a sleeping bag and some other stuff there for when things are rough. But also a few posters from the events with my name on them. Who's going to be racing? Results boards, garlands, the old kind of flowers that they go around your neck while you're spraying everybody with champagne. I find them a bit they're not in fitting with the actual decor and furniture and vibe of the house, so I just leave them in the basement. So it's a nice thing for people to see when they get down there. So the memories continue, the vibe continues into the basement. Car Dude 46, thank you very much there. And Bunny K Blow Ski, thank you very much there. The trophy cabinet. She owes me money all around town. To some well-known carpenters and joiners, thank you very much. Ralph the Hedgehog. Thanks very much there, Ralph the Hedgehog, for that. Very kind of you. It sounds like a bit of Kool in the Gang, but it's been reworked by some crazy guys out there in Tokyo. Who really do the gods honest when it comes to refining and making a soundtrack. They know what they're doing at Polyphony Digital. They always have done. I've always maintained that this isn't business as usual. When you get down to brass tacks, those guys, they leave everything on the table. They leave it all out there for you to see. Thank you very much, Joey the Lips. Interior decorator, thank you very much. And John. Print out the bank balance, the Zurich pension statement. Paper your walls with them. Show off your achievements at every opportunity. What's the point of achieving unless you can remind people all the time of what it is you've achieved? You need to get online and spread your shit all over every social media platform you can with the finest photographs and updates of your status. Even when your crest has fallen. Look at that man there getting inside the back of that BMW's first front wheel drive. The mini platform. And look at him there. What's he doing with his leg? Who's this? Who's this cool little dude over in Tokyo? Toyota reveal a prototype fuel cell car in 2014. Have you heard this remix of Kool and the Gang's Summer Madness? It's liquid. Beep beep. Thank you very much, Chris D. Thank you very much, and Brennan Flanagan. £127 million William de Koenig's woman ochre, stolen in '85, rediscovered in a home. You know what home that was? My home. Turns out I bought it off an absolute criminal dealer. He told me it was legitimately not stolen. Turns out I was sitting on an absolute near priceless William de Koenig work of art. Had to give it back. I was well compensated though. The insurance was second to none. The policy I'd taken on expensive artworks and extravagant purchases, clause 9 section B52, stated that any piece that was found to have been stolen or illicitly originated after the purchase will be viable for a full and 4 franc refund. I'm not going to tell you I took the policy out with. You'll have to just come to that conclusion yourself. Kinky John, thanks very much there on SLID. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was racing around the GTO Twin Turbo 91. I think I might have been inside that car due to the menu books that we were completing the last time I was here. Can't remember. Let's get over to the GT Cafe, see what Ed's up to, see if Sarah is there. Or even Luca. Looking forward to seeing what Luca has to say. And we're going into the world of Japanese rally base cars tonight. We're gonna have to reward ourselves with a few pats on the back after completing tonight's menu book, because these cars are beasts. Pure automotive beasts of the car world. You're talking Scoobies, you're talking Mitzies, you're talking Yaris, not a car you usually associate with high-powered lap times, but it seems that we've got a high-spec, high-performance Toyota Yaris RZ20, and we're gonna have to acquire all 3 of those cars in order to start this little situation. I think what we do is we hit start. Luca comes in out of a side hatch, furnishes us with some incredible details. I'd like you to collect some Japanese rally base cars. Rallies are races in which cars built upon production models compete against each other. As the races don't take place on circuits, drivers tackle dirt roads, snow, and other challenging surfaces. As you can imagine, base cars for rallying need to be pretty powerful, and you're gonna collect all 3 of them. 4WD, 4-wheel drive. We're talking about some really nice motors here, and I can't wait to get them. Lovely bit of tunage there as well. We appreciate this. I wonder, can I race in my GTO? Tsukuba 2017. Thanks very much for the tip, bud. Very, very kind of you. Katie Tunstall. Get on down to Starbucks. Tsukuba 2017. Got our ticker going. South Africa will defend sovereignty. 4chan is back online. And none other than South Africa will defend its sovereignty. Something going on with the news ticker there. It's only given us 2 stories. One, that South Africa will defend its sovereignty, and another, that 4chan is back online. But let's not forget, in 1952, the UN headquarters was completed in New York, an absolutely stunning architectural wonderment on the eastern side of Manhattan Island. Turtle Bay, 1992, the 911 Carrera 2 Speedster, and the 911 Turbo 3.6. 1992, Africa. The population of African nation reaches 100 million. African nation? Oh, Nigeria. Okay, just Nigeria. They should have just said Nigeria. And look at that beautiful muscle car there. There you have. What's that? A Shelby, is it? Stingray. Beautiful stuff. I think that was a Ford. Or was it? A Vet. Corvette. That's a lovely, lovely car. I know it's an electric piece. It's a Chevrolet Stingray. It does look like a Shelby Cobra. Or Cobra. Not this one. I don't know about the one before that I thought was a Shelby. Bugatti. Straight into world. Over to Japan. We're going doing a bit of rallying, or maybe not. We're using these Japanese rally boxes over in Asia or the Americas. We might actually have to change the GTO. I'm guessing they're going to give us some dirt tracks to race on before we achieve these cars. Maybe not. Japanese 4-wheel drive Challenge 600. I think we can use our GTO in this, and it's nice. I'm not sure if I'm tuned to the gills in order to compete with the level, which is going to be upon us here, but we'll see. Yaris Hilton. See what setups we have here. Do I have a close-up? I don't. That's playing the wrong music. Get that out of here. That's a small head. Crank up the tunes. They're a great band. Great band, great energy, real, it's just uplifting music, but it's got an edge to it as well. They really go hard on that bit there. Can you imagine blasting around Kyoto Driving Park with this on the stereo? Italia, thank you very much for the tip there. They look up to me, what I dream, you are cream. So meow to see.
one of you in front of me. You've driven all you can drive.
Thank you very much. There are the gloves off. And Captain Sack. Cons, I would have thought you'd be sporting those classic goatskin hand shoes as the Germans say for today's driving. I wanted to go free range today. There's nothing like the feel of the soft, leather upholstered steering wheel against your skin to really feel at one with the car. You know, I want to feel as though the car is an extension of myself. And, you know, there's no way you can get closer. I don't want another layer of artifice between me and the beast. So I left them at home. And just gonna go free handle on this. Going free handle. Plus, when you have these gear shifters built into your steering boss, the way I do, you've left the gear stick life behind. That's for the plebs. You really want to be fully aware of the pressure and the touch and the feel around this particular area. So you don't want to dampen any of your senses. I mean, look, if times get hard and I need to rock the gloves, that's fine. I'll do that, but not here. I don't need this, not right now. Hands on the wheel, fingers on the paddles, ready to shift, and we're in. We're locked in. We're ready to go. Sorry to interrupt the stream, lads, but Africa is prepared to defend its sovereignty. Apparently, what we'll do is turn that ticker off because I'm absolutely disappointed, to say the least, with that ticker and its lack of updating. Let's get into this. We're racing against some of Japan's top boys. Scooby-Doobies. And the stakes have never been higher. A chance to complete a menu book. A place in the top 10. A gold trophy. 20,000 creds credited to our account. We've got Jason Wong, Tommy Miyazono. Let's see here, go back again. Matsuti Hitsal, Gongori Mangono. Satoshi Yokohama, George Martin, Rene Ito in the Celica GT4, Willie Kwan, Fred Turner, and none other than me, Connor Williams, starting grid 10. Test. P. Gritty. Someone said there. Right there, look. Let's just get to grips with what we're doing here. It's been a while since we've been on the track. This thing slips and slides like it's nobody's business. And it seems like... yeah, it's going to be a nice leisurely one, you know yourself. We won't really worry about it. We won't get all het up in a bad situation because we don't have any on-screen display letting us know what's happening. That's for the amateurs. We're going completely simlish here. Celica, Gonzo, that's Tomasino Ito in the Celica. Up ahead of us, Satoshi Bando in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. No pedal cam at the moment. We had to use the second camera to be able to capture my steering antics and gear shifting antics. And there was just too much Riggery pokery. Inserting one out for the pedals. But you better believe I'm pushing pedal to the max there underneath the steering boss. That's lovely stuff. I mean, it would be handy to know what position I'm in here. But I mean, if we just take it nice and coolly, lovely stuff, we should be grand. He could be delivering the next iPhone. Who's this, Niall? Drive like the guards are chasing you around Ballyfermot. I wouldn't know, to be honest. I don't really have much cause to drive out there. I mean, I did have to stop off at Ballymount one time to pick up some hardware one in the industrial estate around there, but that brought me off the M50 and into a part there that I'm not used to driving around, and I did see a few situations that I wasn't used to. Fucking hell. But I only always obey road rules and traffic regulations. This is my wild side. This is when I get to show my wild side. And we know there's a bunch of them up ahead here. We've got a little pack. We're gonna split the pack. Blue, white, and red. And yellow. Forgot the fucking snookers on. Forgot all about that. Hey, we're not doing too bad, and I have to say, not having all this stuff on the screen is actually it's helping. I think it's helping. I say that just as I come off the track. Thanks very much there, Jukebox Connors. Any updates on the snooker ball there, lads? What's the situation? Is it... I didn't even look at what the score or the story was all day. But it does, if I remember correctly, it does have the potential to roll over onto a Monday if things are close. That's lovely. That really is nice. We didn't shift gear there at the right time in order to overtake. Nice little tune there. Third, that's easy. For someone who's just first time in a GTO on this track, that's a real good result. Shy Guides, thanks very much there, buddy, for the tip, and Jukebox. That was just a warm-up with no HUD, exactly, Jake. Three-man band. Lovely bit of sax, great drums. You have that piano organ, and then of course, master of the slap. And no one does slap like the Japanese. It's a Slapanese wonderwork. Too Fast, Too Furious, thank you very much there. And man, Konzo, I found myself beside Sondico with Fibbers last night, and he was still shaking from you driving him round the tight bends and chicanes of Killiney Hill. He said he'll think twice before taking you up on an offer for a ride home rough. Thanks for the tip, but I have to cast a little bit of doubt upon what you're saying there, because I don't think Fibbers is... That's just not Sondico's bag. Yeah. Much more of a... He likes to just go for it. I don't want to, slag off Fibbers or anything like that. Far from it. But I mean, Sondico... Look, he's just in another... He's a different kind of person, let's just say that. You can't really get too specific there without someone taking offense, but he frequents a range of establishments, and just Fibbers really wouldn't be one of them, Konzo, thank you very much. You strike me as a man who sealed many a deal on the golf course. How's your form? Great. Yeah, fantastic. Love getting that club in the hands and giving those balls a good walloping. And, 9-iron. Sand wedge.
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need
putting wood. Love it all. Love all the clubs. And thank you very much there, Ronnie O'Skullacan. Thank you very much. I don't think who was in. It's not Ronnie who was in the final there. I was asking there earlier on during the race if anybody could furnish me with the details of what's currently going on in the snooker, as it's sometimes called in the USA. News ticker here. News Talk is only giving me 2 stories. It's not really giving me any updates on the sport. So nobody has come through there with any relevant information so far. So still waiting on that. It's a bloody shame, It's only the last 16, says David. Thought it was the bloody final. It's not the final. That's right, it only bloody started there last Sunday. Well, that's fine. Apologies there then. No, people weren't really coming in with any information, probably because nobody cares at this stage. It's next week, which still means we'll still be in April. No, we won't. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Yeah, we'll be in May for the final. The month of May. You have to hand it to the month of May. One of the best, if not the best. The weather, the optimism. And mainly those 2 things, to be honest. I mean, look, love June. Can't say a bad word about July. August, an absolutely splendid month. But you gotta hand it to May. It's the first little bit of hope after, the darkness of months. K Perkin, thank you very much. Tell Aid to pay the BIK and get a decent motor. And Johnny Q Ball, thank you very much there for the tip. Look, that's 8,000 credits into the bank, which has brought us up to €500,000 in the bank there. We're going to call it euro, just to call a spade. That's what it is. Actually threw €2.5 million on a Porsche there last month. I don't know if you were there to witness it.
Driven all you can drive.
I'm sure those who did felt completely energized. There's nothing like seeing someone waltz into a fucking exclusive showroom and throw down the 2.5 milli cash ball and walk away with a sweet, sweet beast of a machine. I'm sure it made everyone feel very, very happy, and your lives felt like they were worth living after witnessing that. Mine certainly did. I went home in the back seat of that and cried. And then I woke up and realized I was still in the showroom because nobody could drive me home. It was my car. And the time that I spent crying myself to sleep was time I should have spent driving myself home. Had a horrible next day driving that one. The tears, they came from 2 places. It was none other than the cognitive dissonance you get with any purchase. Imagine me having lost or spent my entire savings on this machine beast. I knew I was happy to own it. I really did, but at the same time, I felt like I'd made the biggest mistake of my life. But I've managed to overcome what hardship I felt that night. And now I'm back in the saddle again, racing with the best of them. The ultimate race specimen, some would say. And now I've managed to boost that bank balance back up to 500,000. And we're looking to increase that over the next quarter to at least 7 million credits. Some would say it's impossible, not me. Have you considered going into venture capital? The only capital I'm venturing is the capital I have here. And the venture, this big adventure I call life. Where every day is a deal. Every day is a chance to double, triple, quadruple, five-iple, six-uple, septuple, octuple, nine-uple, or 10x the original amount you've just made, and then 10x that as well. What's 10 tens? 100. What are 10 hundreds? 1,000. What are 10 thousands? 10,000. What are 10 10,000s? You've got a chance to work that out. Do it now. And then once you've worked it out, start applying it to today. Jimmy White, thank you very much for the tip there. Let's get back into this Kyoto driving part. We've already... Look, we only had to podium, but that's not good enough for me. I'm getting straight back onto the park, and we're going to take gold. We're going to take gold. And then we're bringing that back. That trophy's going on the cabinet table. Inside the cabinet, I beg your pardon. The cert is going on the table. Because I have to frame that. I'll order the frame cert on Amazon, on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, whilst finishing off my Bagugu cup, which I have filled with Bagugu bean coffee. The Bagugu cup, crafted from the bones of an elephant and sent via FedEx to me. It was blessed by the village elder, and it even came complete with a complimentary limited edition Bagugu bean haul. Do you know the way your Easter egg would probably have some sweets inside it? Well, this chalice, this bone coffee chalice, came with a little packet of beans inside it as well. Hanley man, thank you very much for the tip there.
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit.
Somebody call Pop and Chalk. We need to say thanks for the tip. Conzo, you're making popcorn in the background, or maybe running a dryer, or is there hail? Could some Venetian Snares back catalogue? Just wondering. It does create an interesting vibe.
Drive.
Not sure about that, buddy. Maybe it's the sound of the engine cooling down the car, and then you're seeing the visual of the confetti raining down upon me. I don't know if you've ever had the chance to have confetti rain down upon you. I'm not sure whether or not your lives have been replete with podium after podium after podium after podium after podium after deal after deal after deal. But unless you felt the feeling of hundreds of thousands of multicolored sparkly bits of paper raining down on you, you've never truly felt confetti rain down on you. That's a fact, and some people have a hard time swallowing that bitter pill. But don't let it wind you up. Don't let the bastards grind you down. Get out there and start grinding again until the confetti man cometh. And once that confetti man comes through your door, welcome him in, sit him down at your finest china table, and say, stay. Stay. Because that bag of confetti that you brought through there, you're gonna have to order more, and you're not allowed to go, because you're gonna be going through that door too many times. You might as well stay here. That's what you gotta do. That's a metaphor for life. And sometimes I almost catch myself off guard with my ability to be able to just conceptualize that on a whim. And that's why I'm in the business I'm in. That's why I do what I do. And every day, I thank myself for getting me to where I am. And maybe one day, I'll start thanking the big man upstairs as well. But right now, all I know is that the only person that got me into the situation right here, right now, apart from the makers and manufacturers of some of the finest automobiles known to man, let's just say they provided me with the tools. I'm merely a conduit with which I can realize even their wildest fantasy. I don't think even the people who invented these cars even realized the levels at which they would be brought to, you know? The confetti continues to tumble down. It's a never-ending scenario. That Yaris is in the garage. That Yaris is tucked up, nestled inside the garage. It's getting washed, it's getting buffed, it's getting cleaned. We're gonna go again in Kyoto and come home with the... We're not leaving Japan until we've got the gold. I'm actually thinking of stuffing balls of confetti into the exhaust just for the initial burn off on the track. Once we place on the grid, I'm actually going to qualify, I think, so that I get pole, and then as soon as we blast off in P1, all the rest of the chumps are going to get blasted with used confetti. This is confetti which has been rained down on me in terms of celebration, in times of celebratory success, and then reused sustainably by me in order to blast in the faces of people behind me, just so they realize when we're driving or taking off here that they're in the smoke of success. Weapons grade confetti. Catless downpipes, thank you very much, and Sandpel. Connor, I recently overheard on a visit to the Art of Coffee that you are the ghostwriter for Yates's upcoming self-help book. Word on the street is the deal is upward of 4 figures. I think you've heard bits of information from somewhere, and maybe snatches of info from somewhere else. And then you're putting together the pieces in your mind to make up some sort of wild story. But you know as well as I do, my lips are sealed. Any business deal, until the deal is done, until the book is on the shelf, until the invoice has been sent and rewarded and recouped. But yeah, 4 figures for advance, that's standard stuff. Wait till you see the final parachute payment. Once the book is on the shelves and the signing is done, we're looking at residuals. Pure Yateser magic. Big cheddar. Fine. Kilmeaden. Mitchellstown. Charleville. Cheddar so red, you don't even need to dye it with beta carotene. It's just naturally that way. It's aged. It's strong. It's tasty. Goes well with anything. Let's get back in the GTO and smoke these clowns. Listen to this tune. Again, another Japanistic sonic sojourn into the classics. Love that. Steel drum. Caribbean Debussy. Carabusi. Chris Akabusi. Just makes you want to sip a lovely, lovely rum on a beach out of a coconut. Your best friend is a crab, a literal crab that can speak. Beautiful stuff. Bit of lilt. Totally tropical taste. Justice for Sandico. Thank you very much there for the tip. I was informed that earlier lies were spread about Sandico being in Fibbers. I have it on good authority that Sandico is leading the Holiday Inn project in Parnell to remove Fibbers' smoking area. So as to quote unquote KKR up the place. Don't know what that means, but thanks for the tip. It's not his bag, man. Let it go. Thanks for the tip, though. I mean, she has nothing to do with it. And you know, what's that place that Vintage Cocktail Bar? That'd be more up his alley. Or that club on that is kind of an upstairs club there. What's that on that street around by around fucking where the Globe, on the other side of the Globe on that back street, where was it Rira? But then there was an upstairs club. I don't know if it's closed anymore. It's been a while. Think it's a Claire de Lune steel drum cover. You'd be thinking right, Killian. That's exactly what it was. Claude Debussy. Look, enough of the reverential respect being paid to the soundtrack. Or as Little John says, Malabuse. Fantastic work there from Little John. And it really does lighten up the evening when such puns of such caliber are just being pissed out willy-nilly as if they're nothing. And Claude Calypso says Hugh Jangle trying to get in on this. Claude Calypso does work, but it's just not, but thanks for trying. Claire de Boone. And rest in peace to the Jordanian Dream Pipe. Let's get going here. Let's do this for the Jordanian dreamer himself. This is for the Jordanian devil. I don't know if you ever got to see any of the backstage pit footage, back pit footage from the Jordanian days. Irvine, Damon Hill, the Jordanian cream, Jordan, Katie Price, Melinda Messenger, Joe Guest. Great times in the pit shack, photo shoots, champagne, podiums, and just have memories of the Jordanian Dream Pipe himself going absolutely insane, into a frenzy, and spinning around about 50 or 60 times, just going absolutely insane. And we always referred to him as the Jordanian devil after that. He never spun around that fast again, though, because it actually was not good. Physically, it had a bad effect. I mean, if you were to spin around after 7 flutes of champagne and you spin around 60 times, that's going to do some sort of damage to you. If not, you might fall over and get sick, which is what happened. But, you know, learned his lesson. Just goes to show the level of partying that was done. There's a bloody fly in the... It's not a fly, it's like a miniature moth. A very small butterfly or moth, I don't know. It's very tiny. But it's in the mainframe at the moment. Feel a bit like Jeff Goldblum in that movie, The Fly, when he tries to send himself to the other side of the room, but unfortunately a fly gets involved in it, and don't want to spoil it or anything, but he turns into a bloody fly, and it's not nice. It's not as nice as you'd imagine. It's disgusting. It's real body horror sort of stuff. Let's restart that again and remember why we're here, who we are, and what we're doing. But the idea of me having to turn into a fucking moth and continue the live stream is frightening, you know? But thankfully, that's not on the menu. That's not gonna happen. See you later. Best of luck. And you as well. Ease off the tickler. And keep it legitimately clean, serene. Let these two lads fight it out amongst themselves. We don't worry about that around here. Could do with a map track picture on my screen, but I'm not going there. I'm doing this completely free arm. Legitimate. No HUD. No survivors. Just pure and utter instinctive driving. And already I can feel first place, gold trove. It's like I'm holding it already. Right into the arse of this pedestrian Sunday driver. Come on. Bit too hard on the tickler. We're not even lap 2 yet. Or we could be. I'm not sure. We don't have our HUD. I think this is the final straight. Hard to really gauge, isn't it? We don't even have a fella with a flag saying this is the final lap, or someone ringing the fucking bell. Sorry about the language, we need a bell ringer. Maybe this is the last straight. This is still the first lap and I'm in second place. This is it, guys. Do we have someone telling us the final lap? No. Tickling the apex. Pedal to the metal. Get ready to besmirch this guy in front here. He's got a juicy spoiler on the back of his setup, but I don't think that's going to create enough downforce to keep him in the race. In fact, I don't think he's going fast enough to even legitimate that spoiler. Waste of spoiler. Utter waste of spoilage. With this spoiler, you are really spoiling us, is what I would have said if this was a French-based series of races, but it's not. It's a Japanistic token of affection. No! No! I am livid with you. I am absolutely livid with you right now. We still got enough time, John. Still got another few turns. The Mitsubishi is taking pole. Taking first place, John. We need to get back at him fast. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Come on! Let's do this! Taking this final turn, it's gonna be a very considered exit on this turn. Into third. Have we got enough juice to take the moose over the line? He's got nice wheels, but is it enough? He's trying to black me off. Ah! Second place. Lovely bit of slap, but it's a slap in the face. It's a fully open-handed Japanese slap in the face. Slapanese. And I need to go back again and show these guys how it's really done. I'm just not opening it up. I'm not opening it up. I need to open the kimono and really be full and upfront with what's going on here. Surprised actually at the lack of Japanese competition. I remember the first time it was Miyazonos. You couldn't move for Miyazonos, for Wongs. Now it's Aussies, it's Italians, it's Germans. Let's do this. Let's do this. Maybe super softs. What are we rocking? Can we use super softs? Racing softs. Yeah, we've got racing softs on. Something's just not right. I think there was just some second go. Still don't have a track map. I'm just going off instinct. So, look, second place, not too bad. I was already in first place anyway. I had it sewn up. It's just a little bit of dirt on the track. Not my problem. Oh, it's just nice to get behind the wheel again, you know? It's been a few weeks. Been a tough few weeks. As I said, ghostwriting Yates's self-help book. It's been a real journey. It's been a personal journey of mine as well, because it's opened my mind and my eyes to the world of all this stuff that's going on, you know? It's just so much stuff going on. And, you know, you don't realize it unless you take a step back. You look at things for what they are, take a deep breath and go, yeah, this is happening. But does it really matter that much? You know, obviously a lot of it does. And it's great to keep abreast with what's going on in world events, current events and stuff. But I was writing chapter 6 called Drive to Survive, which I know is a bit of a rip-off of the popular F1 documentary franchise series. But, you know, I was trying to, even though Yates, there isn't much of a motorsport, he's not much of a petrol-headed lead piper, but I thought I'd try and inject a bit of turbo injection into the book as well, because we don't want it to come across as too pedestrian. I was saying that to him as an ardent supporter of everything he's ever done, and a subscriber to Path to Power. I actually subscribe to the elite tier on their Path to Power podcast Patreon, which furnishes me with daily Yates and Cooper updates. They actually have a live feed. They've taken their social media and they've paywalled it. Basically, it's fucking brilliant. It's a great idea, whereby I'm now privy to their everyday lives at a premium, even though I'm good friends. Look, if I ever wanted to know what Coops was doing right now, I'd call the hotline. That's how close I am. But I like to be a patron of their endeavors as well, just to show my faith and support in them as content creators, as well as absolute journalistic powerhousers, spelled Haus in their German, the Germanic vibe, the Deutsche Bahn. And yeah, Path to Power, Yates and Cooper, such a double-headed hydra of pure understanding, empathy, and acumen, the likes of which has never been seen or pioneered before in the podcast realm. Not a day goes by where I don't listen to their pod or one of their back catalogue, because I just find that every episode repeats re-listening, even when it's taken out of context and played in amidst current topical events that have no relevance, or even it's outdated by the time you're listening to it. There's still little moments, little nuggets, little choice turns of phrase, little je ne sais quoi moments that you just can't pin down. You can't really, you can't write it that kind of way, you know? But I'm caught between the devil and the deep blue sea, John, because, I mean, you want to listen to Yates and Coops, that's fine, on your own time, do that. Be my guest, why not? I wholeheartedly promote that sort of behavior. And there's the checkered flag, and that's our gold trove right now. But if you're writing the book, if you're ghostwriting the book, and you're trying to get into the mind of Yates, then you don't want to become too accustomed to the man himself. Many's the night I'd spend drifting off to sleep, the dulcet tones of the Coops and Yates, just coming in and out, you know, in through the sleep, out through the sleep, and into the dreams as well. And Johnson's wireless printer, thank you very much there for that tip. Business Secrets of the Journos, thank you very much there for the tip. Very, very kind of you. Clean race bonus as well. Somebody call Grant Thornton. It's a clean race bonus. Somebody call Grant Thornton. We're fucking in dire need of an audit here. Johnson's wireless printer, thank you very much. And Vincent Brown. Justice for Sondico. We're back again. And was it ever in any doubt? I have to say, some of the downers out there sicken me. And the bad energy vampires who rather spew their negativity out there saying you can't do it, you're gonna come last, it's not a gold. I don't want to tell you this. We're only just getting started at the moment. Another couple of races, and our entire back catalogue of Japanistic rally blasters is going to be unheralded and unleashed upon the masses. Stand away from the side of the hairpin, lest you be blasted with sand, gravel, and God knows what else in your face. You're gonna need 5 rounds of the finest intensive care after the loose chippings have been worked upon. This is it. This is our time. This is our year. 2025. Look to the horizon. Bring it back and bring it forward again. And then retain the power in order to bring it back once more. You are the power. The power is within your soul. Lift up our hearts. We lift them up to the crowd. Give thanks to the Khans, our God. Well, I won't say I'm God, but give thanks to the Khans himself. It is right to give him thanks and praise. Alleluia, alleluia. We have a gold trove, and now I will serve communion wine from it. Only messing, it's going to be Moet and Shandon. And you better believe it's being consecrated by the man himself. The guy to the left of me here, to your right, Lewis Hamilton, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. He has been ordained in the ministry, the sacristy of Ferrari, and now is legitimately Italian and Ferrari'd enough to the gills in order to be considered a legitimate liturgical priest of the night who can bless my Moet and Shandon, and then I can dish it out communion spec. John! John!
So the inhabitants of Core 1, John. They've been taken over by the Dry Risers. And they want our beans. The Dry Risers want our beans.
Send them back to Core 2.
Awake. Arise. You've driven all you can drive. Now it's time to reinvigorate Dublin with a new energy. It's an early start to the day, going on a bean quest on Monday morning. Are you caffeinated? That's the question.
Fully caffeinated.
Very good. Are you caffeinated?
Nice to meet you.
Are you caffeinated?
I'm just about to.
Hopefully we're gonna get a good cup, gonna check out their beans. You're telling me you've got an espresso unit? Are you using tap? If you can afford to go private, go private. Will you shape the future? Or will you be shaped by the future?
What are your thoughts on the AeroPress?
There is potential there. Beltane! Dynamic interior space. Do you hear me, Beltane? The working week has arrived. 5 days of sheer graft. Take the bull by the horns and you ride that bastard out of town. What's your take on it?
We need to control the narrative.
I am livid. Staff are beginning to get out of hand. It's all about the Chinese market at the moment. What's your take on it? We need to go streamlined on this.
I'm trying to do my bit for the environment. I got a to-go cup, but they stopped taking them at the fucking restaurant.
How's it going, buddy?
How are you keeping?
Bezos.
Bezos. I think he is.
Is he there?
He is.
Bezos.
He's listening to News Talk.
It's not gonna get any easier.
We're packing the poachers. 4-man blast unit from Craftsmanship. Where are you going to be come Friday? Make sure you can. We're only just getting started. Kokinakas.
What do you mean there are no carrots?
And the seeds of today will be sown tomorrow.
Very interesting.
I know.
I mean no harm.
I know.
You have 24 hours to leave the country. I suggest you get moving and pack some bags now. Spare clothes, socks, jogs. There's gonna be no carrots left come phase 3. Why did you do this? What made you want to do this?
Another kick out, breakout jam. Kick out the jams. Chris McBee, thank you very much for the Core 1. A Google user asks, are you caffeinated? Fully caffeinated. It's actually laughing seeing that footage of your man who out-connored even me. the way he was speaking. Are you caffeinated? And all I heard back was, fully caffeinated. Thanks to everybody who tuned in and supported the early morning jobs, because I know that it's not the right time for a lot of people. But some people, if you were there, you were there. I feel like there was a shared experience of that magic time of day around the city. The powerhouse, the engine, Ireland's engine room, we would have to say. There's a palpable feeling of excitement, of, you know, the big deals are about to get made. Yeah, it was a great time. Black Tom, thank you very much, and Chris McBee, very, very kind of you. We're over in Australia now on our second race of the day. Fourth, if you want to count the other ones, but it's our second event, our second meetup. We're over at Bathurst, Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit, which is a real demon of a track. I am going completely HUD-less. I have no idea what position I'm in. I have no idea what turns are coming up. I don't know what gear I'm in. I'm only relying upon the sound of my engine. And if it's screaming out for third, I put it. If it's screaming out for fourth, I put it in. Sometimes, you know, it's easier when you have these little tells up on your screen. But I just owe it to myself, and I owe it to ye at this stage to go without a HUD. Thank you very much there, Kevin Bathurst. Get the first time gold trophy at Bathurst, Conzo. Good luck. I mean, first time trophy at Bathurst. Haven't raced this in 5 years. Can't remember. I mean, don't even... My GTO, how's it gonna react to the curves, the turns, the camber, the speed? I don't know. So, I mean, look, you're asking for a lot there, but if I truly believe in myself, I think that I could come away with it. Let's just see. It's very narrow and fast, says Jake. Yeah, it's a trick. It's a real tricky track. It's a real tricky track. Let's give it a lash. Impreza, Lancer, Corolla, Celica, Nayatoro Nakanishi, Jonathan Wong. Okay, I have my rev counter. We can deal with that. It's nice. So far, so nice. I just love to know how long this straight is. It's such an element of intrepidation when you've nothing like that, you know, but this is real racing. This is it. King G. Who the fuck is King G? Probably some Australian oil man or something. Thanks very much for the tip there, lads. I'll get to you in a second when I get around this tricky little series of hard to navigate narrow bends. Rubens Barrichello, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm just going granny mode on this at the moment. This is real Tesco car park sort of pedestrian stuff. Helicopter above us there as well. And that's nice. That's nice. That's good. Audi R8. Oh, clean way. Super cheap auto. Just dancing on the pedals at the moment. You have to have the tender touch of a ballet dancer. Oh! You have to be Fred Astaire on the pedals. And then Rubens Barrichello on the steering boss. If you want to come away with something here, this guy, what's he at? What's he doing? What about this fella? See that? Bob and weave. Nip and tuck. Show but don't tell. Tell but don't show. How about that? Boom. Slice. Tried to slice the lemon there. It came up. It went tits up, but we're not out of the running. Still got a chance at the big time here. Not a bad showing for our first time in Bathurst. I don't believe they're allowed to even call it Bathurst in the game. It's just called Panorama. Panorama Bore. Richie Hawden, late night, all-nighter. What's this? Are we turning here? No! Didn't realize that was the turn, John. Fuck. I think we're in podium as well. Can you see this guy? Yates mantra 1. Success means having your lunch while others are having their breakfast. Indeed, I always make sure to get up 6 hours earlier than anyone. Just so that I can be awake for the opening of the Hang Seng. I usually have a ham sang at the same time as well, coincidentally. That's just what I have for breakfast. But I usually go for some continental meats.
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit.
Thanks very much, Varney Teabag, for the tip. Somebody called Grant Thornton. We need a hang sang. Usually go for some continental meats, bit of antipasti, and some toasted bread. You know, I don't go for our traditional Irish sliced ham or any of that. It's continental or bust. This is not great for me now. Fuck. And the yellow flag is out. That's that same turn. It's a fucking turn. It got me the last time as well. The green flag is on display. I'll get bollocked. There's no point in continuing. They're only gonna dock me. Stink of clutch in the car. It absolutely reeks. A magic tree that's on its last legs as well. Should have been changed 2 months ago. It's bone dry and ceases to emit any sweet smelling odor. Just had a lot. I've had too much going on at the moment to even think about replacing the magic tree. That turn is up there with the corkscrew at Laguna Seca. And this guy here, I'm sorry for that. That's a bit of aggro driving. It's nasty stuff. I don't condone it. But if you're gonna go pedestrian speed into that turn the way they were doing that, then you deserve everything you get and more. And that's terrible. That's fucked it up. Fucks it up. That's terrible stuff. There was a board there that said Fuchs. No fucks given. I wonder, is that how you pronounce it as well, or is it Fuchs? Fucks. Fuchs. Fuchs. Never even heard of them. Is this Bathurst, Australia? It is, Void Lord. Varney Teabag. Mentor us. National driving standards increasing after every stream. Thanks very much, man. And I really appreciate that. Just showing a little bit of positivity and decorum. And bestowing it my way. In the face of a slight piece of adversity. Something that just doesn't sit well with me at the moment. Is this fella's face here. Just gonna have to soup this up for a moment. See if you can get a vibe off this guy. I don't like his vibe. Particularly, I'm just getting a little bit on...
You've driven all you can drive.
You've driven all you can drive. Southside Spoofer, thank you very much. More spin than the Fine Gael press office. Let's have a little look at this guy's face. I'm not sure about you. Is this just some sort of hang up I have? Or is this guy's face not... It's not nice to see. I'm scared. Fucking scared already, and we're only getting to like 1/3 of the amount of zoom in that I hope to achieve. Fuck me, this guy he's like a killer or something. Conzo lingo, thank you very much. My American better half has heard the phrase tits up a few times. Any chance you could give us your best etymological explanation as to the origins of that particular maxim? You hear of things going arse over tit, you know, falling over. If you fall over, it's a failure. You fell over. Obviously, everyone's going to laugh. You fell over. And usually that entails going, you know, maybe your arse goes up in the air where the tits need to be in the air. Maybe that's it. Arse over tit. Then you hear things going tits up. Maybe it's the same league, but it's an even bigger fuck up, because not only have you fallen over and you've gone arse over tit, but in doing so, you've managed to do some sort of Olympic level twist in the air, and you've gone tits up before even achieving arse over tit. So that's just my guesstimation. But I'm sorry to have to just go back to this. Thanks for the tip, by the way. But this guy here is making me feel very nervous. There he is. And that's all we're going for at that moment in time. He looks like something out of a fucking, what's that, Rockwell painting. You know, the two, the farmer and his wife with the pitchfork. Except we're not, we're in Australia. So it could be a wake in fright scenario. Australian Gothic. Here he is, guys. And then that guy beside him as well. And then the same man! The same man! Fucking hell. Behind the same guy's face. Behind this fella. Who's definitely mayo for Sam. He's enjoying what's going on here. But this guy behind mayo for Sam. And then this guy again. Fucking bizarre. It's Rockwell. It's Wrongwell. Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an odd icon. Thanks very much there for the tip. Look at these people. Same guy again, John. And Bono wearing brown. Big shout out to Bono there for joining the crowd, coming over to support me all the way over from his gaff. And those guys, they're facing the wrong direction down the back. Someone's very happy for themselves there. Pity you can't see the cursor. There's me in the car, look, up close and purse. Up close and purse. Pedigree chum, John! Pedigree chum. A very, very good boy. National Motor Racing Museum. Pro bono. So you've got Bono to the max there. Yeah. Come on, Connor. That's right. It's time to race round Bathurst or Le Casa. If you know, you know. If you're there, I can feel Bono and Bonio. La ba la ba la la ba ja 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 ba da ba ba. But it's these guys here. Scary, scary stuff, John. Don't know about you, but I am disturbed by these two guys. I just don't think they should have been allowed into the event. Why wasn't I cleared vis-a-vis entrance and vetting? What's the story in Australia here? What's your protocol down under? I'm a little bit disturbed with the Australian protocol regarding who you're letting into these events. Because we've just had the fucking Doobie Brothers and a couple of real Rockwell wrong'uns let in. Two fellas with the same face. One with a sports jacket on and a lanyard. Look, he had the lanyard, that's fine, but did you look into his background?
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit.
We've also got a problem with the fella behind there. Somebody there leveling accusations of Jeremy irony at him. And I think it's ironic that you should throw weights into the bargain. Let's wait and see how this transpires with the two fucking Wrongwell twins first. What's this a photo of now? Asked Nightshade. If you have to ask, you haven't been paying attention. But I'll answer it anyway. Couple of fucking weirdos at the side of the track there putting me off, spooking me out of it before I hit pedal to the metal in the spook and cruiser. Yeah, I'm using racing softs. What about it? It's legit. It's allowed. If you can't afford them, then go with the comfort softs. I'm not gonna laugh at you, but I will say, how'd you feel after being left for dust? Confetti blast in the face as well. The utmost indignity. All the while, you're crawling around the track like it's Tesco car park on a Sunday afternoon, looking for spaces. There's no space left. Get out of here. You're not welcome in Bathurst. I picked you up outside Tesco. The shopping was in the back. But I told you I wanted to go into Jisk for 2 minutes just to see if they have the cabinet I wanted. There's no need to explode with rage about it. Yeah, I'll have 2 minutes in Jisk. And if I want to nip into Rocket Tiles for a look around, I'm going to do that afterwards. It's me who's driving. It's me who's doing the pickups. American Gothic is a Grant Wood job. Easy to get mixed up when you've been to Sotheby's as much as you have, says Grant Wood. Don't ever correct me again. Thanks for the tip, though.
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit.
Paul Mescal, thank you very much. We need an audit on these two chancers. How did they get in? And what's the scenario? The guy in the middle, he's not Waitson for me. It's not a Tom Waits scenario.
You've driven on.
Maybe Jeremy Irons, but there's someone else. He definitely looks like somebody else. MMM 3000, thank you very much, buddy, for your unbelievable tip. When's the next Grey Goose mixer? Will you be in the 1s and 2s again? I don't know. Let's see what we can rustle up here. Let's see what we can rustle up, if anything at all. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Goose You Looser. We're just doing an impromptu mix sesh outside the Pret a Manger, just on Sraj Arico, Le Sraj Arico, just outside the Lewis stop on Harcourt Street. Next tram, leaving in 2 minutes to Fica Stevenage. And you best get on that. You best get your ticket now. We need to move the background, please. Can we move the background? All bless Lord Muttman. Spirit lives on. In Jisk, but not in jest. Let's go back to this. What the fuck is going on, John? Yeah, sorry about that. We just had to move the Gooser over to Peter Place. We just drove it over to Peter Place. That's the Lewis going there. And we've actually, through the sheer power of osmosis and sheer will, we've managed to change night for day in the Dublin, in this localized particular part of Dublin. So, apologies if this has fucked up anyone's circadian rhythm. You're just gonna have to get with it at the moment. Got DJ Philip Boucher Hayes with his creamed Mondo Mega Mix. Thank you very much from Matty C for the tip. And Supermax, Super Massacre, thank you very much. Beautiful stuff. Let's get back into it. Connor Williams. We're back again, and unfortunately we still have these fellas on the screen. I haven't resized it, and it's chilling. It's bizarrely unnerving. Unnerving, maybe. But I'm just gonna shorten that to unnerving and say, yeah, fully, legitimately unnerved by these two guys. Somebody there trying to correct me and say that Rockwell wasn't American Gothic. Would I be wrong or right in saying that they're wrong and I'm right in saying that it is American Gothic? I thought that picture of the fella, the farmer and his wife with the pitchfork, was that called American Gothic, was it? Who was it by? Somebody say now, this is Kevin Spacey in the background. Three proper hard geezers, somebody saying there. I think what is even more concerning at this moment in time, and we've actually got the intel coming through on the pipeline there, that the artist in question was none other, who painted that was none other than Dane Bowers. American Gothic is a 1930 oil-on beaverwood painting by American regionalist Grant Wood. Who the fuck was Rockwell then? What did Rockwell do? Did he take photographs? Was that Norman Rockwell? Were they photographs of American life? Goose Cloud. Thanks very much. St. Pat's took my HHC, and as well they should. I was listening to Philip Boucher Hayes on the Wheels of Steel during the week there, and they had people saying that HHC stuff is being banned soon enough, even though it has been legitimately on sale for years. Rockwell didn't do that, but his stuff 100% was American Gothic. It feels so good to be vindicated. Thanks so much for that intel there. Thought I was losing my fucking mind, John. Just goes to show when you're in the grips of a Rockwell buzz like this, you've got a couple of American Gothics, a fucking Jeremy Irony, Tom Waits situation, and then a Mayo for Samser. And Abu Samser showing us the love and support with his beautiful lanyard. But what about this Victor Meldrew buzz just at the side hatch, which I can't really make head nor tail of? Let's increase. Let's go 5 by on that already there. Lorcan, thank you very much for the tip. Lorco, hope you're doing well, buddy. It's a Sampel and Grey Goose kind of situation. I think that's going to happen in the next meeting. I know we should goose and drive, but I feel as though to celebrate whatever it is that I'm going to celebrate the next time I'm on, then I'm going to have a chilled can, crisp, Sampel, ready to rock, Aranciata, possibly, Blood Meridian. Let's go Cormac McCarthy on this. It's going to be a violent mix of the goose and the Pell. I'm going to have that in a tall, slim glass. I'm not going to drink. That's none of your gin, goldfish bollocks. It's going to be a pure, tall, thin, lovely little situation. Few cubes of ice. A little stirrer as well, just for show. Maybe a little slice of grapefruit. Maybe a squeeze of grapefruit. A slice of orange or lemon or lime on it. Ah, it's going to be very, very nice. Can't wait. I can't wait. I just don't want to be mixing the goose with the driving, you know. It's a bad situation. I don't do that. And it would be a bad message to put out. There's a lot of carnage. Absolute carnage on the roads. And to be a part of that mindset is not right. Save it for the paddock, lads. Save it for the paddock. Save it for the podium. Don't mind if somebody wants to spray their champagne around on the pod. I know I've got another couple of race meets after that, that's fine. I'm not going to ingest or imbibe any of the champers. Maybe if it gets sprayed on me, some flecks of champagne might go into the nose cavity, or if I'm going ha 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 while celebrating the win, then maybe a few bubbles might go into the mouth as well. Or even if it goes into the eye, you can get pissed through the eye as well. So you have to be very careful. I wouldn't want that to actually mix with the contact lens. Yeah, that's right. I wear contact lenses underneath the specs as well. Zeiss lenses, Carl Zeiss lenses. If you know, you know. If you want precision, you have to be Zeissed up to the nines. People telling me, yeah, but you know, I got these special coating from Specsavers, or I went to my local optometrist, or my optimist. My local optimist told me that my anti-reflective coating was sufficient for what I wanted to do. I was going to limit and mitigate the amount of blue light coming through my screens. I said to them, but are you Zeissed? They said to me, what's Zeissed? I knew immediately. I just had to end the conversation and walk away and said, maybe we can talk again another time, but maybe not. What's the point in continuing with any sort of relationship when their base knowledge of Zeiss is zero? What else don't they know? Do you know? And Victor Meldrew in the background there. These two guys, American Gothic. Ironside, I'm not sure, but this fella, let's hear for this guy. A true exponent of Mayo for Samari. And it's great to see it. It reaches all the way over to the Down Under land. The lads down under. Great to see this guy again on my first stream back for a long time. You know, parading the plaid. And any chance of getting Badger Hayes, asks Swag, to release Creamed to a streaming platform? It's the music I need when I'm decanting a nice Chablis in a crystal Mercedes logo. Hold that thought, and maybe I'll get on to him. He's busy at the moment. He's covering for Claire Byrne while she's on halls. He's doing a fucking great job. He did a great segment on HHC and a fantastic, powerful piece on Spuds during the week. Apparently, people are just forgetting about the wonders of Spuds, not me. Maris Pipers, Queens, Records, Roosters, Golden Wonders, Pinks, Kerpinks, whatever you can throw at me. I know I've got a recipe for it, and I'll always be content. Too many people are getting washed up in the pasta sauce. That's not good. You need to vary your carbs, and I think people are snobbish about the Spud these days. I'm gonna say, you know, I think people hear about it and they just want to distance themselves from it, you know. But pasta, rice, yeah. So what, you know? It'll never meet or match the pure thrill and excitement of a mashed piper, or a roasted rooster, or a chipped record. Mouth is just beginning to salivate now thinking about it. Let's do this for mash. Let's do this for mash. And let's do this for Boucher Hayes. And it was surprising to hear, oh shit, we haven't resized the screen. Surprising to hear him go off on one about the HHC, because I think some black market merchants were trying to sell these illicit vapes, and they were giving them all kinds of crazy names, you know, the way they do, aligning themselves with brands, you know, like, you know, Apple, Mac, or Steve Jobs, or rappers, you know, or this is some 50 Cent Kush. This is some mango fucking, I don't know, What else? What else do they have out there? There's 50 cents
Driven
stuff.
all you can
There's
drive.
M&M related vapes going. But there was, unfortunately, in Ireland, localized to Ireland, or Dublin at least, some of these vapes that were marketed and under the name Philip Boucher Haze, spelled Haze, and that wasn't right. To be putting someone's name and face on an illicit substance and selling that to people is not right. And I can fully comprehend why he did that piece on Claire Byrne during the week. If you can get at it, give it a listen, because it's meant to be weird enough stuff that they're selling. Metrolata, thank you very much there for the tip. There's absolutely no scientific study that proves blue light either does damage or cause strain to your eyes. It's completely baseless and has not been proven to be any worse than other electronics related lights. Look, buddy, it just sounds, there's a bang of Zeisless behavior off of that comment. Thanks very much for the tip, but it sounds like you might have had a Zeisless upbringing, and it's unfortunately rearing its ugliness in that comment you just made there. I can completely and utterly understand that you want a subpar lens that hasn't been laser fucking crafted to Zeiss standards. That's fine, you know. I suppose maybe if you're not in the camera world as well, the photography world, the production world, you might not be aware of the level of craft that goes into sculpting and making a Zeiss based lens. It's just pure German precision. And look, if you don't know, you don't know. But I just prefer to go Zeiss. Always have done, always will do. But thanks for the tip. Let's get this screen back to normal again. There we go. It's an exclusive club. Albert Einstein. How's the audio there? Is the raw whining power of the machine beneath us, the bass? Is it loud enough? Or would you like us to take that a little notch further than that? You decide. You decide. Zeiss to meet you. Audio is beast. More, says Glyn. Always wanting more. You gotta love it. You need that appetite for success. Crank it up a miniature amount and let's go. Continue. Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit. Zeiss, thank you very much. If it ain't Zeiss, it's only Scheiss. Thank you very much. I suppose, Metrolata, your comment wasn't leveling accusations of non-entity at Zeiss. You were merely pointing out that this whole blue light business is hullabaloo, blue. But I don't know, I feel like my eyes are a little bit fresher these days than they were, 15, 20 years ago when I didn't have that anti-reflective glare on it. Let's just go for this anyway. Nice and easy. On the apex, tickle the apex. Straight out. In slow, out fast. Supercharged batteries. Redline Racer for the PC. Rubbish game that came with the PC back in the day. Got a few discs on that Packard Bell collection set. One of them was Redline Racer. The other was Fallout. 1 or 2, didn't bother playing it. One I did absolutely mace was Total Annihilation. A real-time strategy, Command and Conquer-esque. A little bit simpler. Simpler times, John. simpler fucking times. Come on, stay on the track! Now it's the corkscrew, or whatever this turn is called here. It's not a corkscrew, but it's definitely up there. Laguna Seca-esque in its snakeness, its snakeicity. And I have to actually alert you, for the first time in my life, I had a dream that I was being chased by snakes that were trying to bite me, 2 of them. And back in my old childhood street, but I wasn't a child, I was me. I'd gone back to my childhood playground streets as a man, and snakes were coming to get me. One snake was coming to get me, and then another one. I managed to successfully fucking kick it away. But then I just remember I don't really put much stock in dream interpretation. Although, fucking hell, John! Sorry about that. Don't really put much stock into it, other than I know obviously it's reflective of something that's going on. Interesting book, by the way, by Sigmund Freud, The Interpretation of Dreams. And one bit that always stuck with me was that he'd get his patient to hold a spoon, and as they fell asleep, the spoon would fall out the hand and then would hit the ground, make a noise, and that would wake them up, so that they could then start talking about the stuff they were thinking about, because it's that kind of crazy corridor of uncertainty before you fall asleep where, you know, you just think, have I been a fucking sleep, or what's going on? What was I even thinking about there? And then he'd get them to write that down, and apparently his whole thesis was wish fulfillment. But anyway, I don't put much stock into it, because I think the mind is an absolute maze, and it can throw up a few curveballs. Nonetheless, the snake thing was concerning on a number of fronts. 1, a snake was after me. It's not nice. 2, why was I thinking about that? And 3, why was it back home in my original childhood environment? I don't know. But then a quick Google says that snakes in your dreams coming to get you could be a representation of uncharted bad vibes. Someone that you've been trying to keep at bay is coming back into your life, maybe, or something that you don't like that you've been managed to keep away from your mind is rearing its ugly side, its ugly head, and I don't know what that could be. I really don't know what that could be. As I said, I've no reason to be upset. It's not Deirdre. It wasn't the drive to the mountains. The interpretation of creams. All I know is we drove the car to the mountains. Don't think anybody saw us. Disposed of everything else. We wrapped it up. Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit. El Zizista Varde, thank you very much. Big shout out to Mad Dog Sooty, Mad Dog Leonard. Sooty's the Sandpel Goose, complete wingmanless maverick. He breathes carnage on his sham friends and quaffs champagne with his real friends. Thanks very much, sir, for the tip. Maybe it is the Yates book. Look, maybe there is a bit of jealousy there. The green-eyed goosey goblin sometimes rears its ugly head at the most inopportune moments, and even though I've been bestowed with the absolute privilege and honor of being ghost returer of Yeats's next tome, I still can't hide a slightly seething slice of gelistic cake that I'm serving up. Oh, just wish that it was my book that was going to be hitting the shelves. will they know or care? Will the readers even know or care even who penned the initial
all you can
forays into self-help magic? I don't know. I don't care. Well, I do care in a way. Maybe that was Yeats, or the head of the double-headed Hydra. Maybe that snake wasn't two snakes. Maybe it was Coops and the Yeatser coming to bite me. Now as we reach 4th, 5th pass of the draft, and we're going into edits soon, I'm just hoping that Yeatser's spin that he finally puts on my already elaborate and well-crafted marble structure of a book, I hope he doesn't chip away at it too much. Turns it into a fucking disgusting Chippendale dancing in front of hordes of women who've just after going to bingo, and now they're looking at a real crap book. You know, it's all superficial, pumped up bullshit. But at the minute, the state it's in now, the state of play, I'd be lying if I didn't think I had second thoughts about withdrawing it all and saying to Yeats, you know what, buddy? It's just too good to give to you. But I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't tell him. Why? Because I'm a friend. I'm a good buddy. And I stand up to bullies. And I've stood up. I've stood in that man's corner when he has had the whole fucking stadium coming down on him. As for Coops, I don't know. But he's been awfully quiet vis-a-vis the book itself. It's been tangible. Let's just say that way. Let's just say that. I mean, he doesn't say anything about it. He isn't been asking how it's going. He isn't saying what's going on with it. How's it coming along? Whenever it's brought up over a champagne lunch at the Shelbourne, as we usually do every week, he goes quiet and just starts digging into his foie gras. Kinksy, thanks very much for the tip. The carnage is in. Let's just get back to this, guys. I'm overthinking it. I think you're putting me in a very, very hard situation at the moment, guys. Stripped of a HUD, battling demons in wake and in sleep. The double-headed Hydra, they're just my friends, my best friends. Some would say more successful in some areas, not me. Although maybe the double-headed Hydra snake was that. My best buds. I'm seeing them through a prism. A non-Zeiss filtered prism of jealousy. And I'm man enough to take to the track and admit that right here and right now. That I'm jealous of that duo, but I'm not gonna let it come between me and them. I'm not gonna let it come between me and Fujitsu. I'm not gonna let it come between me and Solomon Park of Kev Backhurst, who's always had my back, Hurst. Whenever the chips were down, Backhurst was there. Backhurst was ready with the bag. Baghurst. And just to clear up any confusion as to what I'm saying about there, is that he used to have an oversized bag that could carry a grown man in it. We have to go back there, because I know that some people have connotations of what that meant there, but that's not it. I actually have pictures of what I mean here, the Baghurst. I'll show you. Fucking show you. And there we have it. The Baghurst. An oversized JanSport limited edition man-sized bag that could carry me in his backpack. Why? To save cheekily, even though the man could pay no problem. Okay, can we get back to Baghurst there? We've got to. That's Gianni Infantino, Cross Colina, one of my undeniably bespoke renders. Can we go back there? Yeah, this is one of my undeniably bespoke renders that I submitted to FIFA after the World Cup as a thank you for an amazing tournament that they put on. We have some music there, please. No. Do we even have any music? Great stuff. Yeah, look, guys, after... thanks so much, Joey the Lips. So kind of you, buddy. Hope you're getting on well. Yeah, look, after the FIFA World Cup 2022, the Leopold Messi Messianic World Cup, I just sent this render custom, did it in a couple of hours and sent it off to Infantino and said, love you, buddy, and love the pure slick-headed and uncompromisingly sweet demeanor that you show in every press conference you give. Your face is cherubic. Those cheeks, those cheekbones, buddy, they're like a bloody puppets. and I love the way Kalina shines through in every move you make. And he never wrote back. I think he was confused. I might have even been put on a blacklist. All I know is that I said what needed to be said to that sweet, sweet cheekboner himself. Getting back to business, I wanted to show you the Baghurst, a man who never shied away from getting the bag out when it came time to do what needed to be done. Cool. Sorry, we're on a fucking randomizer here and we keep on losing track of the bag. There we go. So yeah, one time we were going over to Tsukuba 2017 and the picture tells the story as well. It was an absolute Miyagi session the night before in Dublin. And Baghurst just said to me, Kanzo, what's the story? We're going to Tokyo for the big powwow with Polyphony in the morning. Are you ready to feed the beast? I said, do you know what, Kev? I'm after fucking realizing I never booked my ticket at all, man.
Somebody call Grant Thornton.
And Kev just looks at me, fills up a massive flute of Grey Goose, a little tip of aranciata into it, and says, knock that back, buddy, because I'm gonna have to get the Baghurst out. I said, you're fucking joking me. He said, no, I've got it, and it's ready to go. Get inside, little man. He unzipped the top, I clambered inside, and then he got an Uber out to Swords, straight to the airport. Everybody was like, oh, it's Baghurst. Baghurst is here. Baghurst is here. He knew that security weren't going to check. I said, what about when I go through the scanner? He goes, don't worry, that's only looking for bombs. I said, what will it give me cancer, that thing? He said, I don't know, but we're here now. I said, okay. And so far, it hasn't happened yet. And Baghurst, a man-sized bag, pure genius from the back buzz himself. Love you, big man. Connor Williams. All the best, buddy, and thanks for everything. Just getting into that track as well. Blessed and Bougie, thank you very much, Conrad. Any word amongst your cohort on who might be the best new pope? Any white smoke on the horizon? Look, we're looking into it day and night. And we've got a tasty little conclave sesh rustled up for tonight inside the Miles dungeon. Miles has just started there about an hour ago, so I'm going late on this, and when I get into it, it's probably going to be really dirty. To be honest, some of the visuals he's actually gone for conclave visuals from the movie itself. Unfortunately, nobody's going to be around to say boo to a goose. I would be at the behest of the copyright merchants if I was to show you what's going on. But it's going to be fantastic. There's going to be a lot of kind of liturgical doxology going on, some kind of sumi fu ha suti bu suti and sweep. There'll be a lot of that going on into the night, but with some real heavy sort of backbeats as well. I think Miles himself, he is going trance at the moment, hard trance, and then it's going to be just ambient house and dark house from about 4 a.m. until 6:30. Finish at 6:30. Everybody out the door by 7, you know. So it's going to be great. And it's going to be liturgical. It's going to be Eucharistic. It's going to be Latino in its tone. And yeah, if you can get there, get there. It's already kicked off. What are you doing? I know what you're doing. You're hungry for gold.
Somebody call Grant Thornton. We need an audit.
We're about to Grant Thornton our trophy cabinet again to the hilt with another sensual gold piece. Retry or not? What am I pausing for here? We retry? Yeah, I think we have to retry. This fucking track. It's my bogey track. It's a real bogey blaster. Downshift. Little slide hatch. Nothing wrong with it. I'm feeling nice about it. I think I'll do it again if I get the chance. It's just you're living in the danger zone. You're flirting with danger. She's a crazy mistress. Keeping it in the red. If it's not red, it's dead. Downshift. Downshift. Stay behind the Toyota. And then King Jim on the apex like that. See you later, Toyota. Shaking the fist. Lets him know that we know that he knows that we know. Brake. Downshift. Into this uphill battle, I like to call it. Don't spin around the Spoochie Mabuchi and keep your eyes on Yamasuku Gucci up ahead of you in the Scubru Impreza 596 edition underneath the Fujitsu air conditioning time split box. Just lets us know exactly how we're doing, but we don't need to know. No HUD. It's too easy for me. I'm leaving these suckers in my dust as I go around corner after corner after corner. No! Sorry about that. Let me just... Deep breaths. You've driven all you can drive. Now it's time to relax. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Get back behind the wheel. Backhurst. Backhurst. Condolences giver. Thank you very much. GTO, James P. GTO. Shift up. Shift down. Apex spin. Not happening today. Fast out the equation. Into the red. Shift up. Using the paddles. You think I'm on automatic. You need to go back to bed. Learner's permit. Thanks very much. Shift up. Not even tickling the red yet. I'm just eager to get out and get up. Brake. Downshift 2. Let Toyota know you're there. Let him know again. Shake of the fist. Lets him know you really care about him. Down again. Up, I mean. Casino Royale. Brake. Brake. Keep it in the high. Keep it in the high. Use that wall as a little bit of a bumper. Don't worry about the bum fluff. And here we go. Round the Fujitsu Extreme. Round the town we go. Helicopter in the sky. Ernie Pie in the sky. Big giant metal Mitzi box. Stay on his arse. Stay on his arse. Over the grass. Over the grass. Keep going. Don't worry about it. You've got some super soft extreme tires on. Just let them get well acquainted back to the tarmac atom, and you'll be flying through space in no time. Space racist. Let's go. Falcon. This is a 3-man group. Let him know you're there. I've confetti blast cannon for an exhaust pipe. So when I finish at the end, all these suckers are gonna get blessed and blasted with consecrated celebratory confetti. It's gonna be very camp. It's gonna be a real scene, let's just say that. Hundreds and thousands on the ice cream. This guy up in front is the type of guy who just eats hundreds and thousands out of a box at home. That's what he does. Classless. Classless in Seattle. Do you know what he does? He buys those boxes of hundreds and thousands. You see the ice cream man reach into. He buys them and he eats them without without anything else. The guy is an absolute cream stealer. Wouldn't trust him on a month of Sundays. And when you go around in darker times, I've called round to check up on him, his welfare, his well-being. And he's answered the door and he's like some sort of fucking monster. He's got all the hundreds of thousands around his lips. And chocolate as well. He's a fucking sickener, John. And you need to stay away for his health and yours. I know it's hard because we can remember better times before he became inflicted by the fucking demon that he's got at the moment. Jeff Tomato, thanks so much, baby. And I gotta say, tomatoes, what an absolute fruit. And I even still consider it a veg, even to this day. Fuck the begrudgers. I tell you something else. There'll be plenty of fucking tomatoes once we come in first here. Gonna blast that fucking hundreds and thousands buck with my confetti cannon. And his sticky chocolate hundreds and thousands mouth is just gonna have confetti stuck to it then as well. It's gonna be a pathetic sight for a real icon. A one-time giant has fallen. He's right behind me, flashing his lights. Sickener. Jeff Tomato, thanks so much. And learn his Permit Conzilla. What's your thoughts on the traditional 10 and 2 positioning? Give me a moment. As you know, I'm more of a half 9, half 2 guy. I don't go the full 10 and 2. No! We can't let this fucking hundreds and thousands ice cream weirdo win. No! You weirdo! That's learner's permit there. Put me off. I was reading the comment. Learner's permit. That's not my fault. That's somebody else's. Fuck. Commiserations. Oh, I need the jacks. Oh, guys. Just sickened by that. Pure heartache. The condor has flown the nest. The condor was about to land there. They got absolutely lancered by the Evo 6. Yeah, the 10 and 2. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't go fully 10 and 2. I don't believe in it. I go half 9, half 1. Or do I? No. Yeah. No, yeah, I go half 9. I go half 9, half 2. And it's that guy there, Giuseppe Mangiano. Italissimo. Who took the gold out of my claws. Let's just get this gold and get the menu book done. We've only one more menu race after this. Let's get this. That's good. I hate to blame it on other things, but I think the headphones are getting in the way, and that's causing me to not play the game good. It's not a game. I mean, it's causing me not to drive good. Japanese 4WD Challenge 600 Mount Panorama Motor Circuit. I tell you, that guy, hundreds and thousands. It's just sickening to know that he's got a little gold trophy and his mouth is covered in fucking chocolate bits as well. A real greaser with no class who shouldn't be allowed anywhere near a high prestige event like this. To be honest, it just makes us all look bad. Sharing the same stable and paddock as this guy, you know? We only needed a podium, but that isn't enough for me. I like to come back with goldium. Somebody call Grant Thornton. Christian Irwin, thank you very much for the Grant Thornton. Poured myself out a few goosey ganders now. Liverpool won the league. Hope to see you bring back a gold trophy as well, Cons. Me too, buddy, me too. Let's do this. Let's just get behind the wheel and drive to survive. Know this track like the back of my hand at the moment, and you can tell with the way I just dispatched that guy very, very easily, very comfortably. Lovely stuff. Somebody call Grant Thornton. Somebody call Grant Thornton. Giantillo Donza's just tipped. Thanks very much there, Giantillo Donza. Give me one moment to shine, yeah, before I read your kind comments, because we know what happened on the last situation. It's all about concentration from here on in. Again, one of the chapters in Yeats's upcoming self-help book, which is being ghostwritten by myself, had the chapter title Concentrate. But he didn't like it. He didn't want me to inject any of my own self into it. He just wanted my essence. He wanted my brain, my words, my prose, my literary prowess. That's all he wanted. And then he wants to fucking sprinkle hundreds and thousands on it. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment, is what he does with it, you know? But again, I shouldn't be jealous. I should just be happy with the fact that the true nuts and bolts and essence of the book are me. And I'm happy with that. And it only sets me up stronger and better with publishers in the future when they can see that I've penned and ghostwritten successful books prior to my magnum opus that I hope to one day pen and write, you know? So it's all out there. The future is bright, guys. 2025, the Chinese year of the snake, may also be the year of the con man, Connor, me, and I will thrive to survive. Round Panorama, Backhurst, legitimately bagged to the gills,
You've driven all you
with a
can drive.
custom-made Jan Sport man-size man bag. I gotta say, it gets sweaty inside there, but he has a bladder in it, which has spring water, and I can suck on a little tube, and that keeps me refreshed. Also, Vittles, inside a little Vittles pouch, which are small biscuit-based snacks and crackers. No cheese, just in case things get hot and sweaty in there. It's nothing like being inside a fucking hot, sweaty bag, and then you have to contend with a waft of hot cheese. It's not good. So anything that emits a bit of an odor like that inside the back of Baghurst's man-size Jan Sport, no, it's a no. Whoa, no. Fucking hell.
You've driven
That's
all
us
you can
again,
drive.
John. Thanks very much there, Turtle. You'll never be faster than us Italians, says Giantio Donza. Thank you very much. And Turtle, thank you very much. Varney Teabag, is stream sniping a problem? Is something I ask myself. Look, let's just get this done. I'm fucking sick of this, but I'm enjoying telling you some of the secret tools of the trade that are in use at the moment. Might actually sound like people trafficking and smuggling going on. Nothing of the sort. Everything that Backhurst has done with that bag has been legitimate. All parties have been consenting, and everybody has had their relevant paperwork and documentation. He hasn't used that method to get anyone into the country or out of the country. Just myself. Look, I also hold a Japanese passport. I know the Irish one is pretty bulletproof in terms of getting around, one of the most sought after passports in the world. But I also have a Japanese passport that was given to me by Takushi Shimiyoto of the Nagahasi Prefecture after he saw what I was doing and wanted to make me an honorary Japanese citizen. I said no at first, and then I declined and conclaved and said, yes, it's time for me to become one of ye. And the ceremony held out in Okinawa was something to behold. Dynasties of olden folk came out to witness the first of its kind. As we know, the Japanese, famously secretive and insular, was very, it wasn't normal for them to be letting someone like me inside their inner sanctum. But at the same time, they were in awe of the work I had done, using a lot of their tools, let it be said. As I said earlier on, those crazy guys out there didn't realize their tools could be pushed to the way in which I was doing it with the cars that they were giving me. Those machines, those fantastic men in their motor machines, didn't realize that I could go and push their dreams to the limits. This corner here is a fucking joke. They need to get rid of it. So I said to Baghurst, doesn't matter even if I do get caught. Ha, look at him. Even if I do get caught, I'm Japanese, man. What are they gonna do? They'll probably say, welcome back. Do you know? So it's just for shits and giggles. When Baghurst gets out the man-sized Jansport, it's just to try and get around paying for a ticket, even though he could buy the airline. He could buy 10 of those guys, you know? It's simply just to see if he still got it in him, he can still do it, and he can. Lovely stuff. And we were around there for his at a big birthday bash a few weeks back, and he had like a Lord of the Rings themed party, and he was there as Bilbo Baghurst, going around with the bag, everybody getting involved, and then, you know, getting inside, then he'd walk around the party, and then someone would get out, another person to get inside as well, all the while dressed as a hobbit with big furry feet. And the spread he put on was fantastic as well. Are we in second position here? Are we in second position? I'd love to know. I can see the guy right up ahead. It's tantalizing. It's tantalizing. Fujitsu Siemens, John. Fujitsu Siemens. What's two? I'm in third. Oh, these two. I'm lining these guys up. Down the barrel of a gun at the moment. Line them up in the sights. Let them do the donkey work, yeah, around this corkscrew. Let these guys do the shamanistic, shameful work of a couple of Shire horses. Yeah, they're in the peloton. They're just working for me. And then I'm gonna let rip an attack on the last fucking turn or two. Tina Turner. Beyond the Thunderdrome, Mad Max, Falcon. Just gonna draft these sad arses and then let rip on the last turn. Need to not get cocky though, need to make sure I've got enough gas in the tank. Let's take this guy out the equation and go straight for Redzer at the end. Stay in the draft. Stay in the draft. Bit of break, bit of break, bit of break. Let this guy eat my shit. Let this guy eat my dirt, my dust. There we go. We're round. There we Armor all. Armor all. Come on. Slow it down. Don't let this guy get you on the last gooser. Here we go. Champagne! Do you hear me, Champagne? A double banger. Come on.
You've driven all you can drive.
Perfect timing, Asda Tesco.
You've driven all you can drive. You've lived all you can live. Liquid wheelsmanship, no foul play whatsoever.
Tupo, thank you very much for the tip. We'll be in Tokyo this September, staying around Shioda. Any Rex, William San.
Yeah, get yourself into Shibuya. Do a little bit of shabooby dooby down there. It's a great little place.
Somebody call
Get a
Grant
bit
Thornton.
of
We need
sake.
an audit.
Go for some sushi. I have a good friend down there, Hanamoto Horo. He's a good guy. He knows a few good places as well. And his place is pretty centrally located. If he likes you, he might even bring you up.
Make sure you take off your shoes. Make sure your feet don't stink going in the gaff. They're big into taking off their shoes when they go into the gaff. And sitting on the floor as well. Don't be alarmed if he asks you to sit on the floor. That's just what they do. Steph, thanks very much for the tip there. And Tina Turner, Afterburner, thank you very much as well. Very, very kind of you. Those are Japanese four-wheel drive Challenge 600 Mount Panorama Bore. All-night session, 20,000 euros straight into the back catalogue bank account.
You've driven all you can drive.
Moldy brunch bars, thank you very much there. Had my first acai bowl today, Sea-Dog. Well done, man. I'm very proud of you. And hopefully that's a change for the better for your life. A treat to the taste buds. Tangy Amazonian berry goodness with a cheeky bit of Manuka honey on top. Sounds fantastic. Love that kind of acai madness that those crazy Brazilians are bringing over to this this place we know as Europe. You know, it's all acai these days. Acai this, acai that. I can understand it. It's just a fantastic dessert, and it feels good. That was our GTO, no foul play. We don't even need to look at the replay to see that. We saw it, we experienced it, and now we're going for the final menu book car before bed. It's 20 to 1. You're tuned in here to Drive Time FM. We're over at Trial Mountain, one of the oldest and best known Gran Turismo tracks. It's a beautiful, beautiful racetrack. Can't wait to get inside that paddock, shake a few hands, and tell a few tales. Is it Akai or Asai? Asiaya. Asiai. Is that how you say it? I just call it Akai.
Driving hard! Driving round your track! I've got an acai bowl! Best I can crack! I'm driving home! I'm driving home! Driving to your camp tonight! Let me feel Tom, I got him underneath my wheels! It's alright!
Love this. I was getting ready to race, but then another track comes in. Look at these sights here: the tractor, the trailer, the cones that glow, the hazard. Just love these little insights into the world building that goes on around Trial Mountain. Every iteration of Gran Turismo, we see another side to it, the development of a behemoth. Lovely reverb. there. Actually forgot I was doing a stream and just started enjoying the music there. Sorry about that. Let's get this gold trove into the sack, into the Baghurst before 1 a.m. Be 15 minutes. Farfurda, thank you very much for the tip there. As part of the GlowCal, which is a portmanteau of local and global initiative from corporate, I went to a local barber and asked for a euro cut. Guy made me look like a rooster. I told him, this is not acceptable. He hit me with a cock-a-doodle-doo and kicked me out of the shop. Thanks very much for that, Farfurda. Very kind of you for the tip. Keep it locked, stay tuned to Connor FM. We're going for the four-wheel drive Japanese 4WD Challenge 600. It's coming right up after some amazing tunes. Don't forget to text 579969785. What's your favorite thing out of all things? I'm gonna be reading out some of those texts in a bit. If you're taking that dodgy turn up a Trial Mountain, watch out. There's a tractor there with a trailer full of fallen trees. He's got some cones though. Keep an eye out for those. Big shout out to everybody. Big shout out to everybody down the paddock there, Trial Mountain, the GoPro boys, Texaco, and those crazy crowd members. Tune to Connor FM. Absolutely loving it today. I'm having a great day here at Trial Mountain. People there with their tents, they've got their cars, they've brought their caravans, parked up the side of the road for days just to get a glimpse of the action. Crazy little crowd, says Regan. The boulevard of fallen trees, says Glenn. You've just joined us, a four-wheel drive Japanese Challenge 600. Trial Mountain. The provisional Ghostbuster, thanks very much. Brought to you in association with GoPro. Be a hero. Thought you were just down the paddock there chatting with the Michelin man. Thought he was a bloody ice cream. They really do have a guy dressed like that. It's like the Marshmallow Man from Ghostbusters, but a real man. Don't know how. It's like that is actually what he looks like. It's not a condition. He says he's just lucky to be in the right line of work. Hard to imagine what other job he would do, being the way he is, but he's found his calling here. We've got some heavy rock coming up right now. The Rock Boys. Goose Cloud. Thank you very much there. Continuity Ghostbusters. Get ready to rock. Sounds like it's gonna kick off this track, but I don't think it does. The scenery is just sumptuous. Let's get involved here. First time, first serve, first come, first serve. Gold trove in the back. Do you have the nerve? Yes, sir. Gear down, shift. Just a warm up. Just a warm up. That's not counted as the first time, first serve. Okay. Okay. And that's me keeping you on your toes. Final time. Last roll of the dice. Gold. Here we come. Something eerie about driving this time of night and the track isn't lit. I think it's dynamic, Tupo. I think you're about to see some dynamic lighting environmental changes. Another one of those keystone talking points when this was first premiered a few years back, demonstrating the sheer power of the PlayStation. The PlayStation. Indeed, we were all praying that it was going to be all station to all man and more, and it was and is. But there have been rumblings that Gran Turismo will soon cease to be a Sony exclusive and become available on other platforms, which is kind of sad, because I am brand loyal to Sony and just love the in-house offerings that they've given us. I just also hope that whatever becomes of the Turismo brand, that it tries to remain in and of itself its own original concept. It doesn't bow down to the masses, to the crowds, in creating something substandard, something that just is available anywhere else. And also, they understand the true meaning of luxury. That is to say, they want the whole experience to feel like you are in a bloody showroom in Geneva. You're in an absolute concept car class in Tokyo, or any of the other major metropolitan hubs and motor hubs in the world. And Jake, they're saying it's the iPhone of racing. I'd go even further than that, because there's just something about the feel of Gran Turismo. It has the exclusivity which puts it in another realm even. You know, you can have any Tom, Dick and Harry can have an iPhone, but not everyone can Therese with the Mo Salah. Like you very much there, Gozer Paisley. And I need to concentrate here, guys. I'm going my first run gold trophy, because I don't count the first two starts as actual starts. They were just like, that was get ready for what's coming, and then have a full send showdown. And now we're already seeing that dynamic lighting. It's getting a little bit darker here as we're going into, no! So I just need to focus here. Focus, come on! You're near the end of the track. The working week has culminated in this. A race-off for a gold trophy to line your cabinets at home. More bragging rights. And a sense of self-satisfaction like none other. Two boys way back when in the tunnel, duking it out for second spot, and this really could do with some lights right here, this track. But I like this, the way the exposure is attuned. Oh, for fuck's sake. What about this? What about that? Recovery mode. Didn't even let them pass. That's recovery. That's recovery right there. This car can be a slippery mistress on the second lap when your tires are well warmed up. It starts to do things you didn't know was possible. That's why you need to be on your A game here. Tip top. Trophy book intact. Cafe menu book rewarded. Back to Luca. Back to see Ed Welburn. Back to see Sarah. Everyone welcome me back for the cafeteria. Do you want coffee, Connor? It's too late for that. I want the whole shop. I want the whole world in my hands. I want the whole world in my hands. That's us. That's Trial Mountain. That's the gold trophy. It's in before 1 a.m. Signed, sealed, delivered. first class stamps all the way. It's been registered so we know where it is. GPS tracking number. We're gonna follow it all the way until it lands. No need, because it landed already. It landed yesterday. We've got it.
Loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it like this. Unbelievable stuff. A Japanese dreamscape of sorts. Tonight, a night where I vanquished many enemies on the Tarmacadam. Giovanni Mangiano. See you later, man. Hope the long ride back to Rome isn't a bumpy and nasty one. Fred Turner. Enjoy your flight back to London. Pity you lost. Michael Heitzau. Auf Wiedersehen. And, best of luck, buddy. Johnny Wong from Hong Kong. What went wrong? Tommy Miyazuno from Tokyo. Sorry, bud. Nishi Onishi from Tokyo as well. That Yaris doesn't race, you know that. Nito Nakanishi, again from Tokyo. Better luck next time. George Martin from Melbourne. We seen you in Bathurst. We seen you in Trial Mountain. We seen you at Tsukuba, or Tokyo Express, or Kyoto Express Park. And we'll be seeing you again the next time. Pity you finished 9th. Maybe you can make 8th or 7th next time round, buddy. Best of luck with it, though. And Imo Okubu from Japan. 10th place, keep dreaming. Maybe one day you'll be able to live that dream. The dream? First place, I won it. That's the dream I'm living. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. And thanks to myself as well for doing it. Yep, I'm happy with that music.
I'm happy with this music for the moment. Thank you very much to Big Hands. Thank you very much. And Gozer Paisley. Look at that confetti. If you've just joined us, we've completed our Japanese Rally Base Cars menu book. Hardfort Races, Kyoto Driving Park, Bathurst, and Trial Mountain. Look at that. Some space, some setup. Thanks very much for joining us tonight, guys. Very, very nice to have you. We've got a lovely, lovely Japanese rally base car framed picture there. Looks like a kind of Spanish cathedral location. I'm not sure where that is. This completes your Japanese rally base cars collection. Once you've collected your rewards, I've got some stories to tell you about these cars.
Rallying is a high form of speed racing that takes place on closed-off public roads. The pinnacle of the sport is the World Rally Championship. It's an incredibly popular competition, one that any lover of motorsport is sure to know a thing or two about. Rally cars are capable of incredible speeds, and on just about any kind of surface. It's a truly breathtaking sight. Japanese manufacturers have been producing cars for international rally races since the 1960s, but they are perhaps best known for their exploits in the 1990s. It was an era when the key to victory was having a four-wheel drive car with a turbocharged engine. And this was something that Toyota, Mitsubishi, and Subaru seemed to do better than anyone. Colin McRae, Repsol, Subaru, Scooby. All three of these four-wheel drive sports cars have more than earned their rightful place in history. It's like a bloody holy trinity, Father, Son, and Spirit. Unbelievable Japanese dreams. Good night, and con bless. We'll reconvene the conclave at a later date and go into our custom wing menu book.